Um, ah, yes po, Madam Chair. So the COA po sent their representative to attend the meeting, this private conference po, Madam Chair. And for the other agency po, we did not receive any acknowledgement po or response po, Madam Chair.
Thank you to our observer.
So
Okay, so please proceed.
thank you po. For the project information, the end user or PMO of the project is Administrative Service Asset Management Division or ASA-AMD. The source of funds is 2023 GMS current fund. Date of advertisement and posting of the invitation to bid is November 10, 2023. It was posted in PhilJEP's DepEd website, DepEd Facebook page, and DepEd bulletin board. The purpose of the private conference is to clarify and address bidders' questions on the different aspect of the procurement at hand and for the bidders to fully understand the requirements. Note that any statement issued shall not modify the terms unless in written and issued through supplemental bulletin. The approved budget for the contract is 14,460,534. Start of the issuance of the bidding documents is last November 10, 2023. Cost of the bidding documents is 25,000. Bidding documents may be downloaded at the following websites. So notices.philjeps.gov.ph or deped.gov.ph. Number of the prospective bidders that purchased the bidding documents as of November 17, 2023, 10:30 a.m. 0. The private conference is open to all interested parties who have or have not bought the bidding documents. For the other information po, may we call on Miss Angelica Pagaran to discuss po.
Invitation to bid and instructions to bidders. Prospective bidders should have completed within a period of 5 years immediately preceding, sorry, 5 years po, sorry po, madam. Immediately preceding the deadline for submission of bids of a single largest completed contract, SLCC, similar to the contract to be bid and the value of which adjusted, if necessary, by the bidder to current prices using the Philippine Statistics Authority, PSA, Consumer Price Index. CPI must be at least 50% of the ABC of the item bid for. BDS ITB Clause 5. For the purpose, contracts similar to the project shall be procurement of furniture and fixtures, completed within a period of 5 years immediately preceding the deadline for the submission and receipt of bids. BDS ITB Clause 7. Subcontracting is not allowed. BDS ITB Clause 9. Request for clarifications for an interpretation must be in writing and submitted at least 10 calendar days before the deadline set for the submission and receipt of bids. The procuring entity's address is ASEC Alma Rubici Torio. Bids and awardee back 1. Sign ko ba, ma'am? Sign ko ba yun? Consistent with consistent within section 22.5.3 of the revised RRA 9184 posting on the PhilJEPs and the procuring entity website of any supplemental bid bulletin shall be considered sufficient notice of all bidders or parties concerned. BDS ITB Clause 11. Documents comprising the bid's financial component. The second bid envelope shall contain the financial document for the bid, and the bid form and price schedule shall be per lot as prescribed in the forms provided herein. BDS ITB Clause 12. The price of the goods shall be quoted DDP Central Office or the applicable international commercial terms Incoterms for this project. Bid prices should be written in two decimal places only. Bid prices shall that are written in more than two decimal places shall be rounded up. Results of bid evaluation that will exceed the ABC shall be grounded for rejection of the bids. BDSITB Clause 14.1, the bid shall security shall be in the form of a bid securing declaration or any of the following forms and amounts. Um, for the bid security form and amount, if other than bid securing declaration, 2% of ABC, if bid security is in cash, cashiers, manager's check, bank draft, guarantee or irrevocable letter of credit. 200,000 289,210.86 pesos. 5% of ABC if bid securities in surety bond 723,026.7 pesos. BDSITB Clause 14.2, bid securities other than a bid securing declaration shall be turned over to the DepEd Cash Division for custody. The bid security securing declaration shall be turned over to the Back Secretariat. Bid security shall not contain any deletion, crossing out, expansion, or any form of correction. Otherwise, DepEd may reject such security if any such intercalation or alteration affects any material information or features of the document. BDSITB Clause 15, prospective bidders shall enclose their original eligibility and technical documents in one sealed envelope marked original technical component and the original of their financial component in other sealed envelope marked original financial component. In addition, the bidder shall submit a copy of each of the technical component and the financial component of their bids in separate envelopes respectively. Then the bidder shall seal and mark the original and the copies of their bids. In the event of any discrepancy between the original and the copy, the original shall prevail. Original copies of the Class A eligibility legal documents such as the SEC, DTI, and the CDA, registration certification, and the mayor's permit may not be submitted on the date and the time of the bid submission. However, the bidders must be able to present such original copies during post-qualification on demand by the BAC or the authorized representatives for validation. So, in the screen showing the how to present the documents that is needed. BDS ITB Class 15, soft copy in Microsoft Excel format of the price schedule is requested to be submitted in flash drive or any external drive, together with the financial proposal. Post-qualification documents may be submitted during the bidding, but this does not disqualify bidders who will not submit post-qualification documents during bid submission. Note: each bidder shall submit 3 paper copies, one original and 2 copies of its bid, and 2 USB flash drive electronic copies, one technical component and one financial component. The e-copy of the price schedule must be in the form of Excel and PDF. Unsealed or marked bid envelopes shall be rejected. However, bid envelopes that are not properly sealed and marked as required in the bidding documents shall be accepted provided and the bidders or its duly authorized representative shall acknowledge such condition of the bids as submitted. The BAC shall assume no responsibility for the misplacement of the contents of the improperly sealed or marked bid or for its premature opening. Online submission of bids is not allowed. BDSITB Clause 19.5. The computation of the prospective bidders NFCC must be at least equal to the ABC to be bid, calculated as follows. NFCC current assets minus current liabilities, 15 minus the value of all outstanding or incomplete portions of the project under ongoing contracts, including award contracts yet to be started, coinciding with all the lot or aggregated of lots bid for. The values of the domestic bidders, current assets, and current liabilities shall be based on the latest audited financial statements submitted to the BIR. For purposes of computing the foreign bidders, NFCC and the value of the current assets and current liabilities shall be based on the audited financial statements prepared in accordance with International Financial Reporting Standards 23.5.1.4a. If the prospective bidder submitted a committed line of credit, it must be at least equal to 10% of the ABC and lot or lots bid for, provided that it's the same is if the same is issued by a foreign universal or commercial bank, it shall be confirmed or authenticated by a local universal or commercial bank. In the case of joint venture, the NFCC shall be computed based on the audited financial statements of the local lead partner who must be Filipino nationality, unless it is shown by clear proof that the other partners to the joint venture had infused capital invested to support the operation of the local lead partner to ensure compliance with the obligations under the contract in this project, in which case the NFCC of the foreign joint venture or the minority partner of the joint venture shall be computed. For this purpose, the local lead partner shall be that person, organization, company identified in the joint venture agreement or in the letters of intents for potential JV partners shown to have the controlling stakes in the JV. For easier reference, participating JVs or prospective JV partners must indicate in their JVAs or letter of intent and local lead partner appointed by them. BDSITB Clause 20.1. Within a non-extendable period of 5 calendar days from receipt by the bidder of the notice from the back that submitted the LCB, the bidder shall submit the following requirements. A. Latest income and business tax returns, printed copies of the electronical filled-in income tax, and business tax returns with copy of their respective payments confirmation forms for the immediate preceding calendar or tax year from the authorized agent bank. Only returns filed and taxes paid through BIR Electronic Filing and Payment System (EEPS) shall be accepted. Note: the latest income and business tax returns are those within the last 6 months preceding the date of bid submission. B. Other appropriate license and permits required by the law and stated in this BDS. C. Manufacturer certificate issued for the purpose that the unit is brand new and the model current and not in end life as reflected in the current product line found in the manufacturer's official website or official product brochure or similar literature. Other appropriate licenses and permits required by law and stated in the BDS. During post-qualification, upon demand by the back of its representative, a bidder with the lowest calculated bid shall be able to present or submit documents to verify or support its statement of ongoing and or statement identifying its single largest completed contract, which may consist of the following appropriation and clear during duly duly signed contracts, purchase orders, agreements, notices of award, job orders, or notices to proceed with the corresponding duly signed certificate of completion, delivery receipts, inspection and acceptance report, certificate of final acceptance, or official receipts. For validation purposes, original copy of Class A eligibility documents. During post-qualification, compliance of the goods offered with the requirements specified in the bidding document shall be determined, including the following. As per Section 34.A BII, Item A of the IRR of RA 9184, verification of availability and commitment, and or inspection and testing for the required capacities and operating conditions of equipment units to be owned, leased, under purchase by the bidder for use in the contract under bidding, as well as checking the performance of the bidder in its ongoing government and private contracts. It's if any of these ongoing contract shows a negative slip page of at least 15% in any one project or a negative slippage of at least 10% in each of two or more contracts. As per Section 34.3 BIII, Item A to C of the IRR of RA 9184, verification and or inspection and testing of the goods and products after sales and or maintenance capabilities in applicable cases, as well as checking for following: a delay of partial delivery of goods amounting to 10% of the contract price in its ongoing government and private contracts. If any of these contracts shows the bidder's failure to deliver or perform any or all of the goods or services within the periods specified in the contract or within any extension thereof granted by the procuring entity pursuant to a request made by the supplier prior to the delay, and such failure amounts to at least 10% of the contract price, or unsatisfied performance of the supplier obligations as per contract terms and conditions at the time of inspection. If the back verifies any of these deficiencies to be due to the bidder's fault or negligence, the back shall disqualify the bidders from the award for the procurement goods. In case the foreign bidders, a certificate of authentication from the Department of Foreign Affairs shall be required for each document submitted. The Class A documents of its equivalent that are written in foreign language, translated to English, and duly authenticated by the appropriate Philippine Foreign Service establishment or post or the equivalent office having jurisdiction over the foreign bidders appear in the Philippines. To facilitate the post qualification, the bidder of its option may submit in advance on the deadline for submission and receipt of bids. Above requirement and other document required in Section 2 ITB 20.2. The envelope shall be replaced in a brown envelope and marked IDB 20.2 documents. Name of the project, bid opening date, name of the bidder. Failure to submit above requirements within the required time frame or a finding against the veracity of any such documents or other documents submitted for the project shall be ground of for disqualification of the bidders for the award of the enforcement of the bid securing declaration.
Special Conditions of Contract, GCC Clause 1, Delivery and Documents. The delivery terms applicable to this contract are delivered DDP, DepEd Central Office. Risk and title to the goods shall pass from the supplier to the DepEd upon receipt and final acceptance of the goods or services at the designated delivery site, DepEd Central Office. The goods to be delivered and services to be rendered must conform to and comply with the standards mentioned in Section 6 Schedule of Requirements, and Section 7 Technical Specifications or Terms of Reference of the bidding documents. Upon delivery of the goods to the delivery site, the supplier or service provider shall notify DepEd through AMD and present the following documents. First, original and 4 copies of the supplier's or service provider's invoice showing goods or services description, quantity, unit price, and total amount. Second, the delivery receipt. Third, statement of accounts. Fourth, copy of the notice to proceed of the project. Fifth, signed approved contract of the project. And lastly, bank account of the supplier or service provider, which includes the bank account name, number, and address, where the payment of the items to be transferred. For purposes of this clause, the DepEd's representative at the delivery site, DepEd Central Office, Ms. Mary Jane G. De Guzman for the end user unit, and Mr. Albert Alano for the inspectorate team. In case the supplier or service provider encounters conditions impeding timely delivery of the goods and performance of services, it must promptly notify DepEd in writing within 5 calendar days from notice of such conditions, and any request for work suspension and or contract delivery period extension shall be promptly done in writing as soon as circumstances providing justification for such requests have become apparent. Supplier must provide sufficient proof to support any request for work suspension and or contract delivery period extension. GCC Clause 2.2 Schedule of Payment. Supplier may submit a request for payment based on the progress reports, which shall be attached to the progress billing and include the following. First, cumulative quantities of goods delivered or value of actual services rendered based on the schedule of deliveries and other relevant terms and conditions of the contract. Second, duly signed delivery receipts if applicable. And third, inspection and acceptance reports, including certification by supplier or service provider, as approved by the duly authorized deputy representative, that the goods have been delivered and or properly installed and commissioned, and or the services required have been rendered in accordance with the contract. The delivery documents, as may be subsequently prescribed by DepEd, shall be provided by the supplier or service provider. Progress payment upon receipt and issuance of certificate of acceptance per staggered delivery or completion shall be in accordance with the following. A. Payment shall be made in full for every service completed and goods delivered. Upon submission of billing invoice and job ordered by the service provider, upon submission and upon issuance of certificate of partial completion and acceptance by the authorized representative or representatives of General Services Division, and completion of all documentary requirements for the processing of payment. Certificate of completion and final acceptance shall be issued once the contract has been found to be satisfactorily completed by the service provider in accordance with the DepEd specifications and terms of reference. B. Payment shall be under the checklist payment system in the form of a direct credit to the bank account of the service provider. And lastly, all transactions are subject to withholding of creditable value-added tax as may be applicable per Revenue Regulation number 10-93. Payments shall be subject to the warranty provision in the form of either retention money in an amount equivalent to at least 1% of every progress payment, or a special bank guarantee in the amount equal to at least 1% of the contract price as provided under Section 62.1 of RA 9184 and its revised implementing rules and regulations. Release of retention money shall be at the expiration of the warranty period or the remaining amount in case it has been utilized pursuant to the warranty provision. GCC-SCC Clause 4, Inspection and Tests, where applicable for goods to be delivered, pre-delivery inspection and test shall be conducted by DepEd through the duly designated inspectorate team. The said inspections and tests shall be made upon notice to the DepEd of the readiness of the goods for inspection and testing. Pre-delivery and pre-implementation conference shall be conducted prior to the inspection of goods by the designated DepEd inspectorate team. GCC SCC Clause 5 Warranty. For the goods component of the project, payments shall be subject to the warranty provision in the form of either retention money in an amount equivalent to at least 1% of every progress payment, or B, a special bank guarantee equivalent to at least 1% of the contract price as required in Section 62 of RA 9184 and its implementing rules and regulations.
Run through na lang.
Showing the screen the schedule of the requirements that is stated in the bidding docs. The delivery schedule expressed below stipulates the date of delivery of the project site. For technical specifications, bidder must state here either comply or not comply against each of the individual parameters of each specification stating the corresponding performance parameter of the equipment offered. Statements of comply or not comply must be supported by evidence in the bidder's bid and cross-reference to that evidence. Evidence shall be in the form of manufacturer's an amendment, um, sales literature, unconditional statements of specification and compliance issued by the manufacturer samples independent test data, etc., as appropriate. A statement that is not supported by evidence or is subsequently found to be contradicted by the evidence present will be rendered the bidders under evaluation liable for project. A statement either in the bidder statement of compliance or the supporting evidence that is found to be false either during bid evaluation, post-qualification, or the execution of the contract may be regarded as fraudulent and render the bidder or supplier liable for prosecution subject to the applicable laws and issuance. These are the technical specifications that can be viewed in the bidding documents. Huh? Bidding.
Balik ka sa tagas mo. Item 1, yan ang nakataas. Item top description.
For item 1, executive table, 50 units. Item 2, executive chairs, 50 units. Item 3, back cabinet, 50 units. Item 4, side cabinet, 50 units. For item 5, pedestal drawer, 50 units. Item 6, visitors chair, 132 units. For couch and sofa per set, 2 single set, 1 three-seater, 9 sets. 2 single seat, 1 to 2-seater, 7 sets. 2 single seats, 1 seater, 34 sets. For item 10, and tables with sofa, 100 sets. For item 11, center table, 16 units. Display cabinet, 50 units. Coffee table, 16 units. Small conference table, 35 units. Long conference table, 10-seater, 19 units. Long conference table, 15-seater, 7 units. For item 17, long conference table, 20-seater, 9 units. Conference chair, 850 units. For item 19, office blind, square meter, 50 units.
Excuse me. Do you have photos? Ha? Yung na-present kong mga technical specifications and quantities, may photos po ba kayo? Yes. May pictures po ba?
Sorry po, ma'am. Ma'am, can we address po your concern later na lang po after the
Oo.
presentation po,
Oo.
ma'am? Sige
Pero
po.
may photos na ipapakita kayo. Kahit hindi mo na ipakita ngayon. Mamaya na lang when we open the floor.
Yes po, madam. Kasi hindi po namin sinama sa posting.
Uh, okay.
Hmm.
Ma'am, we took note of for your clarifications or other concerns po. Sige. Can charge, please proceed. Sinong nag-represent? And
For the checklist of technical and financial documents, technical components envelope, Class A documents, legal documents, valid PhilJEPS registration certificate, platinum membership, all pages in accordance with Section 8.5.2 of the IRR. Technical documents stated of the prospective bidders of all its ongoing government and private contracts, including contracts awarded but not yet started, if any, whether similar or not similar in nature and complexity to the contract to the bid, and statement of the bidder's single largest completed contract or SLCC similar to the contract to the bid except under conditions provided for in section 23.4.1.3 and 23.4.2.4 of the 2016 revised IRR of RA number 91.9184 within the relevant period as provided in the bidding documents, and original copy of bid security if in the form of a surety bond submitted, also a certification issued by the insurance commission or original copy of notarized bid securing declaration, and conformity with the technical specifications which may include production or delivery schedule, manpower requirements, and or sale after sales parts if applicable. Original duly signed omnibus sworn statement or OSS, and if applicable, original notarized secretary's certificate in case of a corporation, partnership, or cooperative, or original special power of attorney of all members of the joint venture, giving full power of authority of its officer to sign the OSS and do acts to present the bidder. Financial documents, the prospective bidder's computation of net financial contracting capacity or NFCC or a committed line of credit from a universal or commercial bank in lieu of its NFCC computation. Class B documents, if applicable, a duly signed joint venture agreed JVA in case the joint venture is already in existence, or duly notarized statements from all the potential joint venture partners stating that they will enter into a abide by the provisions of the JVA in the instance that the bid is successful. Financial components envelope, original of duly signed and accomplished financial bid form, and original of duly signed and accomplished price schedules. See Annex B for the price schedule form, other documentary requirements under RA number 9184 as applicable for foreign bidders claiming by reason of their country extension of reciprocal rights to Filipinos, certification from the relevant government office of their country stating that Filipinos are allowed to participate the government procurement activities of the same item of product. Certification of the DTI if the bidder claims presence as domestic bidder or domestic entity. No contract rule. Section 32.1 of the IRR of RA 9184. Members of the BAC, including its staff and personnel, as well as its secretariat and TWG, are prohibited from making or accepting any communication with any bidder regarding the evaluation of their bids until the issuance of the notice of award. However, the BAC, through its secretariat, may ask in writing the bidder for a clarification of its bid. All responses to requests for clarification shall be in writing. For the deadline for submission and opening of bids, bid must be duly received by the BAC Secretariat on or before November 29, 2023 on 10:30 a.m. Bid opening November 29, 2023 11 a.m. The venue is Bulwagan ng Karunungan, ground floor, Rizal Building, DepEd Complex, Meralco Avenue, Pasig City. Late bids shall not be accepted.
So thank you very much. And finally, we are now opening the floor to address the queries of our prospective bidders. Ma'am, may we now recognize you dun sa concern?
Priscilla from Design and Function Team. Ask ko lang kung may mga pictures sana yung pinapabid natin na furnitures para at least ano kami kung meron kaming nearest doon sa mga photos niyo. Thank you.
Yes, thank you very much, ma'am. Actually, we have the same concern, and this was discussed during our pre-procurement conference. We requested the end user and supported by assisted pala by the TWG as well as our back secretariat to present photos. But so meron po yung mga available photos po niyan. But we got an information that it was not those photos were not appended pala sa bid docs. So but then hindi naman po controlling naman talaga yung photos kasi yung susundan naman talaga dito ay yung technical specifications po. Pero if you think we can agree kung kailangan talaga yung mga photos. So what about the yung ma'am, so ayun po yung initial comment. Yes ma'am, the same issue pa rin po tayo. Or you have another issue? Ah, ano po, balikan lang muna natin yung request ni ma'am, yung sa photos na nakakatulong ba sa inyo yon or you are saying na na yun nga hindi naman controlling talaga yung photos kasi doon sa photo na papakita na nakita namin is nakalagay ba yung color sa sa specs? Okay. Sige. Sige.
Example, kasi even the material is
So makakatulong talaga. So end user, NTWG, can you please give comments sa significance ng including yung photos? So the rest of the prospective bidders, do you have the same request na isama namin yung photos? Please use the microphone. Ma'am, with all due respect, can we recognize, nauna po kayo pero yung binabalikan po natin yung photos. I don't know if you will be raising the same concern. Yung picture muna tayo, yung photos. Or Yun din po yung concern nyo. O sige, nauna po kasi sila. So yung photos na lang muna.
Again po, Grace po from NSP Engineering, ma'am. It's same concern with ma'am with the other bidder. The photos will help to us po to ano po na makita kung magiging compliance po yung offer namin. At just to make it elaborated lang po, ma'am, on the technical specification page 37 of the bidding documents po. Example, ma'am, it's indicated naman po the color. So when we say po ba beach, nasa beach lang po, or example, ma'am,
Maraming
for the
klaseng beach.
executive chair, item number 2, the color is black slash gray. Meaning to say po ba, it's either black, either gray, or combination of black and gray. O is that combination or either of the two po? Ah, okay po. Same with the item 1 po, there's a two color po. How do you pronounce that? Wenge slash beach. Either of the two po. Ah, okay po. Then one more thing po, the quantity po, it says 50 units. Meaning to say po ba, each of the, example ma'am, the item 1 has 2 items po, no? Kasi parang dalawa po siya, different sizes po. Meaning to say po ba, 50 units of with the dimension 1/8 by, and then 50 units of the second item po, with a different dimension. Okay. Yun lang. And goes with the other items din po. Ganun din po ba siya, ma'am? Thank you.
Other concerns other than the photo-related concerns po ha, ay i-settle lang po natin yung photo-related concerns. So the other prospective bidders, I believe we have 4 prospective bidders. Okay lang po ba yon? Is it okay with you na isama na yung mga pictures? So, end user and TWG, our prospective bidders are requesting that we also append yung mga photos ng mga to. Nag-submit naman kayo, di ba? Yung question is meron tayo kasi nakita naman namin yan. Oo. Oh. So and the secretariat said that you had already submitted pero hindi nilagay ng secretariat. So okay lang 'yon. Okay lang, 'di ba? Wala namang magiging conflict dun sa request. So, can we hear the secretariat? Bakit hindi nyo nalagay? So, you're thinking na hindi na kailangan to? Kasi para sa kanila kasi kailangan daw nila eh.
Yes po, Madam Chair.
Can we have your attention please? Ma'am, babalikan po natin yan. Yung tinatanong po namin ngayon is, yun nga, yung kasi nasubmit naman to. In fact, these photos, the same concern. The back also requested for the photos during our preliminary conference, no? So, and secretary and user and TWG, you have nothing against appending the photos? Wala pa kayong decision.
We will comply with the photos po.
And kasi hindi to nalagay ng secretariat. We have to ask the secretariat kung bakit hindi nila nalagay. But for now, yung tinatanong namin is you are not against kasi sinabit naman ninyo, di ba? Okay, so we have to ask the secretariat. These photos were submitted. These photos were required by the back. So may we know the reason why these were not appended?
Yes po, Madam Chair. We did not include po the photos po since meron naman po tayong provided na text specs na po.
Okay. So we have
ayun
settled
po
the first
ang reason
concern.
why.
We will include the photos but just the same, yun nga po, ang controlling talaga dito ay yung technical specifications. Okay? Okay, so samples lang mga yon. Okay, so we proceed with the next concern. It appears na yung sa description at saka specifications parang merong confusion kasi dalawang set ng specifications ang nabigay. That does mean na 50-50, 50 dun sa isang text specs, 50 dun sa isa. Can you please check? Baka yan naman ang mali at tama naman yung nasa BDocs. Baka yung slide deck nyo yung mali. Same.
Same with the
Okay,
BitTalks po, Madam Chair.
Okay, so what is the interpretation now of that slide?
If I
Ma'am,
may
can you
po,
please
ma'am.
raise again? Sige.
Yes.
Sige,
Yung
pakinggan
first-
muna natin yung concern nila.
Okay.
Can you please repeat the concern?
More clear po on the item number 2 po muna tayo, no? The first saying po, material is high back reclining backrest. And the second one, material mid back. So meaning po ba tag 50 po yun? Same with the item 1. And the rest po, tag 50 po. Kasi parang two different items na po yun. Even the item 1 po. Kasi it's
Okay.
different
So for
dimension.
the first set of item, intended for VP po kasi ito. Intended for VP po yung higher or yung larger size natin. And then for the next set, for USEC, ASEC, and then the directors.
Meaning, ma'am, tag 50.
No, one for VP. And then the rest,
Oh, ma'am, parang hindi siya ano po eh.
1 and 49. 1 tapos
okay,
49.
sige.
To be, just to be consistent, no? Di naman dahil ganon. The wisdom there is to remove the positions. Kaya hindi talagang hindi natin nilagay yung position. And that was also the request of the back. But then, it seems na nakaka-confuse kasi merong isang text specs, yung isang position, and another text specs for the other positions. So, pwede siguro yung kung isang unit lang ang bibilhin mo dyan, isa lang yung nakalagay dyan na unit. Kung 49 ang bibilhin mo dyan, 49 yung units. Ganun po ba, ma'am? Ganun po yung presentation. Regardless of the position now, we are not mentioning the position. Yeah, okay. Yeah, okay. So we'll issue na lang Okay. Okay. So that's it. We made the clarification that there are two sets of the specifications, technical specifications, and the two sets comply with the number of units to be procured. So in the bid bulletin that we will be issuing, we will mention how many of these items will be procured using these tech specs and how many of these items will be procured using these tech specs. So that's my initial feedback, no, but that's not still the decision of the back. But before I ask the back to give their comments, may we go back to our TWG or end user? Is that possible? Walang discrepancy, walang na-violate.
Yes po, we'll adjust
Okay.
na lang po.
Okay. Representing DWG or end user? Okay. What about the end user?
We will comply na lang. Chairman.
Okay. So, back there is a concern regarding the number of units vis-a-vis the technical specifications presented, and the TWG as well as the end user agree that we should revisit, no, or we should rectify the number of units which comply to these technical specifications. So parang ganon to all the items. So what does the back say?
Yes, Madam Chair, I agree po your recommendation po. Thank you.
Madam Chair, I also agree that we have to distribute the number of units per specifications on that different items. For example, item one, with that 50 units, how many are in that upper part or in the lower part? Thank you.
Madam Chair, I also agree to avoid confusion. Kindly revisit the description and specification, particularly for those items with two specification. Madam Chair, thank you.
Thank you very much. The back decides that we revise the presentation of the detailed technical specifications uh, vis-a-vis the number of items to be procured and the description. Okay. So it appears naman na you presented, you submitted the same technical specifications. So yung sinabit nyo na ano rin, tama rin. No, ang hindi lang tumama and this was observed by our prospective bidders is the number of items. Kasi if we will not revise this, it will appear na dalawa yung specifications for this number of items. But that is not the intent. The intent is uh, we have this item for this specification. We have this item for items for this specification. So thank you for bringing out that concern. Yes, yes.
Madam Chair, another clarification, they mentioned about the color of the items. So, ang gusto nating malaman dito, baka as I understand, kanina sabi natin or, di ba? Baka kaya lang iniisip ko baka mamaya 25 ay beach, ay 24 ay wench, o ano ba pronunciation wench. So ang clarification natin dito Madam Chair is uniformity. Kung lahat ay black, black, kung gray ang ipoprovide, lahat ay gray. Ganun lang to po Madam Chair.
Thank you very much, Direct Toots. As to the number of units, settled na tayo dyan, no? So yung next concern natin is yung specification. Doon yung nakalagay sa column ng specification, particularly doon sa color, no? Una is we have to settle ano bang we have to ask the end user what is the meaning of slash, no? Dapat malinaw tayo. An ba yun or? And whatever your point is, ang gustong malinawan ng back through direct tools o is meron bang ano ba yan, distinction as to the numbers. Let's say for example, or nga yung sinabi nyo, sasagot na dun sa first question, pwede bang ito yung number ng items na color black or whatever, color A or B? Is that a concern to our prospective bidders? Ayun, yun. Yun nga yung ano. So concerned ba yun sa inyo? Okay. Hindi. Okay, so balikan natin yung end user. Una, anong ibig sabihin ng slash? Diyan. Okay, so or yon. Or. So meron bang ano, kung or yun, meron bang distinction kung ilan ang para dito or ilan ang para dun sa other option?
Will provide specific color and number of items for each item na lang po. Wala na po yung slash namin. Will provide specific color and number of items for each set na lang po. Wala na, i-remove na po natin yung slash.
Sige. The back uh, the back is accepting the comments of the end user, uh, but we are not saying that we are declaring already the final agreement of the back. So balikan natin yung mga kasi ang scenario ngayon is with that concern parang ang end user is now planning to specify how many items for this color, parang ganon. So can we have the initial comments of our prospective bidders? Yes, ma'am, you're raising your hand.
Thank you po. Ma'am, just want to ask lang po kung meron po ba tong existing na dapat uniform and the existing. That's why we need to identify po kung ano yung ibagong ipo-procure.
Ma'am, ano po?
I mean po, kung may existing na po, na parang, yeah, tama po. Yan. Para uniform siya dun sa pinuprocure ngayon.
Okay.
Parang, nag-ano pa kasi, parang ano sila mag-decide kung what color, ganun po. And last na lang po, kung if ever po ba meron pong mock-up po, magma-mock up po whoever the, ano po, the lowest or the single. Mock-up sample, ma'am. Sample po, sample.
Kung magdadala.
Ano yung cost one, di ba? Ang mag-aano kung sino yung lowest perspective. Lowest
Okay,
bidder.
may we hear from the end user and the TWG?
Yung bang similar doon sa super na during cost one, sino yung papakita mo. Parang wala sila. Baka dapat lagi na lang na prior to the part of the cost qualification will be the position of the site. Something like that. So inspection, yung cost qualification.
Madam Chair, if I may po.
If meron po kayong sample for mock-up, pwede naman po natin makita.
Wait lang, Madam Chair, if
Dali
I
lang po,
may
may
po.
we listen to our secretary.
Regarding po sa sample, submission of samples po, hindi po siya require po na mag-submit ng sample.
Alangan namang nadali na.
Hindi po siya
No,
naka-indicate.
clarification lang po. Yung halimbawa ako yung ang lowest calculated bid. bago nyo kasali ba sa post-qualification yung pag-present ng actual sample ng mga nabid ko?
Hindi na, not necessarily needed po siya. Not required po siya.
Okay, thank you.
Madam Chair, if I may, can we get some clarification from our prospective bidders, suppliers? Okay. Ma'am, yung una po for the color, the two colors, yung kanina muna, does it matter kung black or gray ba? Meron bang cost implication ba to?
For the tables naman, for the wenge or beach, wala namang cost implication. At
How
saka,
about sa mga table, sa mga chairs?
generic kasi yung color eh. So for the colors
Ng chairs.
okay lang po yun.
So, sinasabi kasi ng end user natin and also the TWG, they will just select na lang kung wench or beach or black or magiging
Wala
ano na
naman.
lang, fix na lang sila doon.
Wala naman.
Parang ganun, tama ba?
Yeah.
Okay. Yung next concern po natin, uh, whoever will be the lowest calculated bidder, yung who will get and who will undergo the post qualification. Kasi ako definitely gusto kong matry yung upuan, yung makita ko. Meron bang possibility na makapag-provide kayo ng sample?
If required, ma'am, talagang magsasample kami. Pero if not, sa dami kasi nung items, kung one by one, ipipresent namin, medyo mahihirapan kami. And then siguro, kung talagang ire-require siya, magsasample kami for the tables kung ano lang yung available namin on hand, yun yung ipapakita namin sa inyo. Not the approved color na talaga.
Yeah, yung ang inisip po natin kasi, halimbawa po, ako, ang inisip ko, ano yung klase ng high pressure melamine face? So definitely may sample naman kayo nun,
Yeah.
pero hindi na kayo gagawa ng ganitong dimension. Tama po ba 'yon? Yung sample lang, ito po yung papakita nyo lang during the post qualification. Ito po yung sample ng high
Yes.
pressure melamine.
Yes.
Tapos ito naman po yung high density melamine.
Yes.
Ganun po siya. But
Kasi-
not necessarily na magko-customize kayo just to
Yes.
provide sample. Ganun
Yes.
po ba 'yon? Okay.
Kasi ma'am, ano po, ang clarification lang din, if isa sa amin yung nanalo na, di ba? Yung own supply namin, dun kayo pipili. Kumbaga, kung ano yung available namin na high pressure melamine, doon lang talaga kayo pipili. Hindi from other supplier. Yes po. Opo. Mm-mm. Thank you.
I think, Madam Chair, medyo na-clarify na po ako. Thank you for that po.
Thank you, Direct Toots. I would like to go back to that concern, no? Kasi may options dun sa color. And our prospective bidder naman is saying, and I hope that is also the position of the other prospective bidders. The costing naman will not matter kung ano man yung napili kasi dalawa naman to. End user, in one of our meetings, no, kasi nakadalawa tayong pre-proc dito. Sabi namin is you have to engage the recipients. no, or the user. Kasi baka mamaya you're saying na yung suggestion nyo kanina is we'll just identify kung anong mga colors. How many will be black and how many will be gray. Will it be better na eto alam niyo naman kung sino yung mga recipients diyan or users, no? So tanungin niyo na lang sino ba yung may gusto ng gray tapos saka natin ilalagay sa bid bulletin kasi for sure we need clarification on this kasi inano na nila, ni-raise na nila. And unahan ko na kayo, we still have time naman, no? 5 ilang days pa before we can issue the bid bulletin. So 50 lang naman yan, di ba? 50, assuming, o 49. 49 lang, nandito naman, pwede naman sila. Oh, eto, make choices. So, I think that will parang mas maganda yon na basihan ninyo kung ilan yung mga ganitong color kesa yung nag-declare na lang kayo na ito 25 na ganito, 25 na ganyan.
Po, Madam Chair.
Okay,
Kasi po, before po na ginawa namin to, plan po namin maging standard po ang color ng mga sa executive. Na ang bawa po yung executive table ng from ASEC to USEC, same lang po ang color. Pero kung mag-iiba po tayo, baka hindi naman po magiging uniform. If it's okay po sa executive yung gano'n na
if that is if you want to happen, okay lang yon. And I think okay din sa kanila. Yung issue kasi natin dito is in case dun sa isang item ay may dalawang options na color, kasi sabi nyo yung slash is or na yon. Ang concern ulit nila is ilan ba yung option A na ganitong color? Sabi na lang natin A, B, no? Ilan ba ang A, ilan ba ang B? And you were saying earlier na mag-identify na lang kami kung ilan ang para sa ganito, color A, color B. I don't know if I got it right, but yan yung takeaway ko kanina. So, tama naman yon, but sabi ko nga, para ma-defend nyo kung ilang color yon or ma-explain ninyo sa kanila, yung sinasuggest ko, not the back, personal suggestion is tanungin nyo na lang kung may option na kulay, is tanungin nyo na lang yung gagamit para talagang accurate kung ilan yung number of these items na items with this color na i-procure. So yun yung inaano ko. But if you're saying na lahat ng mga ganitong gagamit ay ganito ang kulay, that's okay kasi may justification. What I'm saying is there should be a reason kung bakit kayo nagde-declare na ganyan ang bilang na bibilhin nyo. Hindi yung maglalagay lang kayo.
Noted on that, Madam Chair. But for the color po, for the text specs number 1 po, usually ang plan po namin is iba po ang color nung para kay VP.
Okay.
Now, so one
Okay.
executive table for
And
VP.
the rest pare-pareho na.
Pareho na po ng color, yes
so,
ma'am. So,
kailangan talaga, balik tayo dun ulit sa first concern natin. Kailangan malinaw yung text specs ng at kung ilang item ang bibilhin using that text specs. So I think mas-settle na natin yan with those comments. So i-ano na lang natin, very specific na lang yung technical specifications. So hindi na rin lalabas na may slash. Yun pala. At least nagkaintindihan tayo kasi kahit sino talagang mako-confuse diyan. Okay?
yes, Madam Chair, we'll just revise this
Okay.
slash po.
Sige.
Thank you, ma'am.
It appears na wala na palang option dun sa color kasi the color may nakaakibat na kulay sa mga posisyon ng gagamit para may uniformity na parang standardized. So I think that those comments have responded to the concerns earlier raised, and definitely we will issue a bid bulletin uh, uh, as guidance on the new tech specs that our prospective bidders will comply. Okay? Other than those concerns, meron pa ba kayong i-raise na concern? Sige po, please go ahead.
Design and function po uli. Regarding sa delivery schedule, pwede po kaya mag-request na 60 working days instead na 60 calendar days.
Okay, 60 working days instead of 60 calendar days. So when you say 60 working days, hindi kasama ang Saturday, Sunday, hindi kasama ang holidays, hindi kasama ang Christmas. Hindi, alam naman natin kung ano yung mga holidays. And in case there will be subsequent announcements, no? Related
Ano
po,
ko lang, ano ko lang po yung sinabi niya. Para na lang hindi tayo mahirapan magbilang ng working and calendar days, gawin na po ng 90 days.
90 calendar days. 90 calendar days. Oo, basta may constant.
ano na ba kayo? Magre-recommend na ba kayo sa back or you need time to submit? Kasi nag-uusap pa yung end user at saka
Ma'am,
TWG.
para po makapag-decide, considering the numbers po, the number of items and the quantity for each items po, medyo ano po yung 60 days. Mahirapan po si bidder.
Di naman po kailangan mag-rule kaagad ang back, ano po, ngayon. Oo.
Hintay na lang nila.
Oo. But please consider uh, 60 or 90 or the recommendation of the end user. Or meron na kayong
Madam Chair will take note of that po.
so you opt to
Yes, Madam Chair. Extend
to
the
discuss
request.
this with your immediate principal.
Yes, Madam
Okay,
Chair.
so this will be discussed by the end user and the recommend with, of course you have to engage also the TWG, no? Then you please submit your recommendation to the back through the back secretariat, and the back will deliberate on this, and whatever the decision of the back is, this will be included in the bid bulletin, which will be issued not later than November
22 po, Madam Chair.
22. Okay. But the back is requesting your timeline kasi hindi pwedeng 21 naman kayo magsasubmit. Kailan?
Monday. 22 is Wednesday. Dapat Monday.
We'll submit within the day po.
Within the day. Within the day. So merong mga isipin nyo mabuti, calendar days, working days, 60 or 90. So within the day. Okay. Yes, ma'am. Ay, wait lang po, yung kanina yung sample. Ano yung decision? Ano yung recommendation ninyo?
Ano magiging post evaluation part ng post eval ng DWG. No need
DWG.
for a sample to the exact.
Yes, Madam Chair will take note on that po.
Sige.
Lahat ng concern po, ma'am. Thank you.
Dami kayong deliverables, ha? Yes, ma'am, you're now recognized.
Kanina kasi nung nag-check nung mga sa slides, allowed po ba yung progress billing dito sa project na to? If yes, paano kaya yon? Or baka pwede mag-propose for building?
Do we have a slide to respond to that concern? Payment.
Yes po. Sorry for the confusion po. For the schedule of pay, as for the payment for this project po, based on the GCC clause 2.2 of the bidding documents po, full payment lang po tayo. Yes po. Yes po. Wala pong progress payment. Sorry po for the confusion. Yes po, Madam Chair.
Side ng back na yung date ng delivery, full delivery.
Yes po, Madam
Okay.
Chair.
Sige po. Mahirap installment. Baka mamaya makita ng iba, "Oh, bakit mo upuan ka na? Wala pa akong..." Ganun. Just my personal comment.
Dito po ba yan, ma'am, i-serve?
Yes po.
Okay. Kasi ang baka lang naman ma-consider kasi kung per building ang delivery, baka pwedeng mag-progress billing ng per building din upon yung accomplishment kung pwede lang naman.
Kaya, oo. Sige, we're listening to you. Kaya nga meron tayong pre-bid conference. Okay. May ibang gustong linawin pa or nire-request? But we're not saying po, Mama, that we can grant all your requests. Kasi kagaya niyan, ang personal impression ko lang, not as a back, but not as a back chair, but as user or of that. Baka sasabihin ko, direct, bakit may ganyan ka? Wala pang mga ganong concern.
Nakita ko member ng back.
Oo. Sige po. Babalikan po namin yon. So we'll listen to the recommendation of the end user and the TWG and i-deliberate po ng back. Meron pa po. Di ba meron naman pa silang chance na mag-submit in writing?
Yes po.
Okay, sige po. So, kung hindi pa po nyo naisip lahat ng mga gusto nyong i-clarify, we're still giving you time to submit letter of clarifications on or before November 20, 2023, 4 p.m. Talaga namang 4 p.m. Para siguro ma-consolidate. Kasi yung mga yung mga sinubmit nyo ngayon na concerns ninyo that will be deliberated by sila and then decided by the back plus yung letter of clarifications ninyo para ma-issue kung meron mang kailangan mabago then dun sa unang na-present natin is o napag-usapan natin then ayun po may bid bulletin po. Okay, so importante rin po kung na makapag-submit kayo ng letter of clarifications kung meron pa po. And then, ano ko lang kasi may typo kanina yung 3 at saka 5 kasi baka mamaya hanapin pa yan sa... So you have to please check dun sa bid docs kung nagkamali lang ba yung slide deck na yan or sa bid docs.
Yung sa slides po, Madam Chair.
Okay. So, no need.
Yes po.
So, ano yun? 5 talaga or
5 po.
5 yun
years.
talaga. Okay. Okay, so I hope all of you who attended this bid conference will join this procurement project. No? Meron pa po. Okay. Secretariat, may announcements pa kayo? Related lang dito Wala naman.
None na po. So far,
Okay,
Madam
so
Chair.
with that, do I hear a motion for the adjournment of this pre-bid conference for this procurement project?
Motion for the adjournment.
Motion for adjourn, Madam Chair.
Seconded, Madam Chair.
Yes,
Let's acknowledge the presence.
again, we acknowledge the presence of Direk Aris. Direk Aris, no, I know you have noted the proceedings. There were some concerns raised, and the TWG, the end user opted that this will be properly discussed with their immediate principal. So the BAC expects a recommendation from the end user, and the BAC expects that we have to deliberate the recommendations in risk of the end user in response to the issues raised by our prospective bidders. So with that, with the motion now being seconded by two of our back members, no? So that include our back vice chair. The meeting is now adjourned. Thank you.
Thank you, Madam Chair and members of the BAC and BACSEC.
Thank you po.